All right, thanks, Doug. So how's it been going? Things seem to be getting organized pretty well.
Yeah, from my perspective, things are going fine. But yeah, as far as the docs are going.
Is there anything that's come up? I know there was the conversation about the copyright licensing for the website. Other than that, is there anything come up that needs like foundation attention or PSC input or anything like that?
Rand, maybe we can talk about the Twitter handle, Express.js.
Yeah, we were trying to get in touch with the guy who owns the Express.js Twitter handle, and I tweeted to him, but didn't get a response. Someone else did as well. So I don't know. I don't know if we have any recourse really.
Yeah, I was looking a little bit into Twitter's dispute policy, and they will only pull a handle from somebody if you have a trademark. So since we don't have an express trademark, I don't think we can actually do anything yet. So we just have to just wait.
Yeah, it's too bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah. There's no indication of who this person is. Is there?
No one seems to know. So, but as far as anything needing, could everyone who's not talking, please, we're getting a bad echo. There we go. That's better. As far as anything needing foundation attention, I don't think so. But we started talking about. There was some discussion previously on an issue about adding sort of the governance documentation onto the website itself, and not just having it in the Git repo. I think Doug was sort of advocating for that, and I'm fine with that. I don't know if anybody has other thoughts on the matter.
I think that's a good idea. At least having something. If you look at the Node.js.org website, you'll see that there's a section there for foundation where we talk about at least some of the foundation governance things. And then for the things that are as far as the technical governance, I think there's some links on there that point to the repo where we have those documents and policies documented. If nothing else, then just have a page that has links back into the repo where those things exist. Or if the TC feels like that just having those on the website is the best place for them, that could also work out too. So I think it's a good idea to have it published.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, what are the thoughts about sort of copying it and putting I guess copy pasting it from the Git the GitHub Markdown documents and putting it on the site versus just linking to it?
I'd say it's whatever y'all are happy with. It's TC choice on that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine either way. I don't know. Does anybody else have an opinion?
I'm fine either way as well.
I personally think that it it looks better if we have a page on the website. We could link, but it it would probably look better. But in case we make any changes, keeping that current would be a responsibility we should take care of.
Yeah, yeah, maintaining it. I mean, I don't. I guess it's a question of how often is it going to change. It doesn't seem like those things have been changing very rapidly.
Yeah, ideally they don't change hardly at all. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So I put the link to the issue in there just so people can have a little bit of background. So uh, and it sounded like Doug was sort of advocating for putting it on the site similar to what Node.js has. And I agree. I think that probably would look better and be easier to for people to just read it right there on the site. So I can take that as an action item. I'll try to uh, open a PR to get that done before the next TC meeting. So yeah, that's the only thing that I know of specifically that would require TC input currently.
On the issue of the copyright license stuff, I was thinking about as long as you posted an issue, just saying that this is our intent to do this, and if anybody objects, speak up. I think that's probably all you need
Mhm.
to just like leave that for a few days, and then if no one objects, then just go ahead and go with the Creative Commons license. So I think it's the CCSA.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay.
I don't think that there, I know it's like, Strong Loop and IBM, we still have the copyright on there, but we contributed that. And if the issue is there, if anybody complains, I can just point to them and say, hey, go to that issue. And but I
Yeah.
wouldn't anticipate anybody to say anything.
Okay. Um, okay. Yeah, I can do that as well. Um, and did everyone see the thing that Doug put into the Gitter room about the OS exploit? Uh, is that something we need to put a note in our security page on? You guys know what I'm referring to?
Mm,
Not sure, not sure.
Let's see. Yep, I think you were added. Yeah, there's Doug created a new Express.js room, I guess it's called in Gitter. On May 1st, he created it, and you're in there too. Here, I'll put a link to it. Oh yeah, Blake did. Thanks. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure how much it's appropriate to discuss the details of it, but in this venue, but it sounds like it's something that's been addressed in 4.14. But my question is, do we need to put something on the? We have a page that lists, I guess security notes. We need to add that. Okay, sorry, I was reading the chat. So does anybody have a comment on the
Yeah.
questions?
I really don't know because if we give out the details, it could be exploited by some mischievous people. If Doug, how easy is the the possibility of a DOS based on the thing which was discovered?
Is that a question for Doug? Is he?
Yep, right. This
Doug's just
question.
listening in, so he's able to respond in the chat, but he's not able to respond to the voice. So.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see if he can give us some insight. I don't. Yeah. In that discussion, it said it was going to be fixed. It was going to be rolled into 4.14, which is not released yet, I believe. So. Yeah. Okay. So it's not a vulnerability by default in Express. That's what he's saying. Yeah.
So, Doug, so you think it's okay to disclose the fact?
Yeah, I'm not knowledgeable enough to make a definitive answer on that, but from what he's saying, it sounds like it would be relatively easy for somebody. Basically, well, it's something you have to use specifically, and it's not a very commonly used API. So it might be better to warn people, but I'm not sure. What the.
Well, how soon? Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just getting little bits and pieces. But in terms of like kind of like some like best practices for the security disclosures, if it's something that you have a viable workaround for, or if it's something that is not considered um, critical, then it's probably something that's okay to disclose. But if there's not a viable workaround, then you probably want to wait.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like that it's. Yeah, we would certainly want to at least wait until 4.14 is released. But yeah, the workaround, I guess, is not to use the version of that vulnerable module. And he says there's no good viable workaround. There's one, but it's hacky. Yeah, well, okay. It sounds like we need to figure out what the workaround is and get that lined up before we do any kind of public discussion of it. So.
Quick question: the Express.js repo, you guys have the ability to do private repositories? Is it a paid account? If so, just as a best practice, you might want to have a private security repo or a private version of the Express repo that you can work on security fixes in. And Doug says it's not a paid account. Okay. Let me talk to Michael Rogers and see what we can do there, so we can make it a paid account so we can get private repos.
Yeah.
That'll give at least a private area to work on security fixes. So.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. All right. In the meantime, maybe we can carry on the conversation in that in that getter room until such time as we have that other private location.
Okay.
All right, cool.
I'm going to make a note for myself right now to connect to Michael.
Yeah. So let's see. Was there anything in the agenda? I got too many windows here.
The agenda only had the Twitter account, so
Okay.
I think we've been through that.
Okay. Anybody else have anything that they'd like to discuss? Yeah, Doug says it's the first vulnerability as the TC.
You're all going up now.
I guess so. Linus, did you find something that you wanted to work on? I know previously you had asked about that, and Doug wasn't.
Yeah, to be honest, life has kind of gotten in the way, so I hadn't had too much time to look at it. But I'm sure I'll be able to find something in the Express issues.
Okay, great. Well, yeah, feel free to ping Doug if you need some input on, on what to work on. He'll probably give you some, point you in the right direction.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hope you don't mind me saying that, Doug. He can't talk back, so.
You type pretty furiously, though.
What was
Type
that?
in all caps, Doug. Type in all caps, Doug.
Yeah, right. Okay. All right. So I think that's it as far as I know, unless anyone has another topic. Try and copy paste this whole. Here. All right. Great. Well, maybe next time, hopefully Doug can join us and be able to actually converse. All right. Thanks, guys. Is that it? I guess we're done.
Yes, so. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
thank
thanks,
you.
guys. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.